Well, the making of this record felt very much like a part of a natural progression of events. I have a lot of experience working with singers, not only in the jazz genre, but also in pop. And I had been working with Kama Ruby for probably 3 years before the making of this record. So I was very aware of her vibe, and she was very aware of what I do to complement her. So having worked on her gigs and also going to support her shows whenever I could.
I love that he's like traveled to different cities to see different productions I've done, different cabarets and different shows. And I just think he's just top notch, being a real good friend and good support mechanism in the music world.
Why rock dreams and jazz? Well, Kama Ruby has one of the most unique voices out there in the present landscape of jazz vocalists today. And not only does her voice work well with this material, at least these renderings of this material, but the material itself also resonates very deeply with her own musical upbringing, wherein 70s rock and 80s music, musical theater, and cabaret all played a major role in her development and continues to do so to this day.
Why did I ask Ray Zepeda to play on this album? Well, I would like to play with Ray Zepeda every time I play. He's just a phenomenal man, a phenomenal player. He's tasty, as we say, with really great players. But I especially wanted him on these jazzy takes on these really famous classic rock tunes because although he's quite a proficient jazz musician, he is not necessarily stuck in a straight ahead sound, and he is really flexible with playing other feelings and grooves that may be outside of your straight ahead style.
I wasn't giving too much direction as to what to do. She kind of trusted me to do my thing and just fit in where my musical instincts would dictate, and it worked out great. There were no charts on the session, so I just came in and felt where everything was and played only what needed to be played when it needed to be played.
I am not a detail-oriented person. I know all of my friends will tell you that. That can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing. Ray did come into the studio and did sort of fly by the seat of his pants. I kind of seem to, usually what happens is I do have a blueprint, an idea, a parameter that I want us to work in, but I do want to work organically within that blueprint and allow people's inspirations to just work. I want them to feel free to explore. I don't want them to feel controlled. So I do kind of like to work organically like that. It's fascinating to watch Ray in the studio. I'm so impressed. I was more impressed when I was watching him lay these saxophone tracks by what he didn't play. I watched him and he was listening to the track under him, and I would often see him, put the instrument to his mouth and quickly put it back down because he was so in tune, he's so listening to everything that's going on around him. What makes Ray an incredible player is not necessarily what he plays, but what he doesn't play, because he's listening so well and he just plays what only needs to be played, what's necessary, what really serves the song the best. I would love for you to hear our masher, our Fleetwood Mac's Sisters of the Moon and Rhiannon, and our real fun take on the Eagles' Hotel California. We have not been able to get a sync license for either of those tunes, so I'd like you to look at the panel. There is my website, kamaruby.com. You can find an audio gallery that you can listen to these tunes. They are available on iTunes and Amazon, and you can also get a hard copy that I'd love to mail to you. So take a look at the information and navigate to those sites so that you can hear the song. And the moment you're able to get a sync license, we'll then finally have legal permission to upload these songs on YouTube. Thank you.